Remember, they're changing my voice. I'm astounded that people don't want me to say this. But basically, what Michael here and Lucifer here, right, the fake Michael here and Lucifer here have in common is they're both propounding white supremacy, right? It is a white spirit, a fairy theater spirit, right? A white fairy theater spirit. Are these white people obeying God through the top martial arts ever and accepting that he's half black, half white, okay, and from an African patriarchal line? Or are they in the spirit of white privilege like, this guy and his wife over here? Okay, nothing against them, so to speak. Just, a convenient example, these guys over here. Okay, so white supremacy. Now, here, when you look carefully, you see that Lucifer is like an alter ego of Michael. If you're doing it the white man's way, and you're evil enough to, embrace his religion, then you're cheering this guy on as he strikes down helpless indigenous people, everything from scum that deserve to die, to people who've been made evil, who aren't that evil, to good people, to helpless people, right? And you're like, yay, the rich white guy striking down the indigenous person, right? The colonists, what have you. Okay? If you're a good person, you see it as the devil striking you down. If you're, a racist black supremacist, you see it as the devil striking you down because you see the devil for what he is, but you're still a bad person, right? A racist, evil black supremacist. Okay, if you're an average person, you see it as the devil striking you down. Only if you're an evil, white, privileged person, you're like, yay, that's God striking him down. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure we can all agree on that. Okay. Over here, we have Lucifer. If you don't do it the white man's way, right, it says Archangel Lucifer, right? What happens is they soft kill you, right? Some guy pretending to be doing the right thing, some propaganda guy in the state, any country in the world with white people who are in government, for example, to keep it simple, or people who are minorities in their spirit. Okay, the Luciferian doctrine, like they say in Pike's book, Moral and Dogma, and so on and so forth, they're soft killing you. Pike also said no one's allowed to think mainly of their race, right? That no one should think mainly of their race because he was a white supremacist. So if you didn't do it his way, his Luciferian doctrine way, they're going to screen you out and try to prevent you from getting white people to think of their race for what it's defining itself as. Instead, they want you to see it as an idealized fairy race that is saving everybody with certain white people who are poor that they have to discard, to make their race better and more pure. That ideology still dominates America: scientific racism, social Darwinism, eugenics, rich racism, what have you. Okay, now that being said, right, again, the devil in the suit. See the devil in the suit? 3, 2, 1. See Michael, right? They're very similar, okay? Because it's Luciferianism that's being expressed there, okay? Now let's go over here. Remember what that Michael image looked like, right? The fake Michael. This is Captain America, right? In one of his kind of, a parody of him or whatever. Notice he has some kind of fairy way about him, but he's fucked in the head. So is that other image. Here we have Captain America. Okay, see his kind of gender-neutral Baphomet tits? They try to poison me so they make my body look more like this. By fuming and poisoning me, there's nothing I can do about it because it's everywhere I go, and they even sabotage my car and so on and so forth. Okay? And that comes with that kind of Luan mentality, right? Where you can't be smart taking that path. It's fucking retarded. You could, be Albert Einstein. If you take that path, you're really Luan, right? That's why the word school rhymes with fool, and the word school is looks backwards with a C and an H instead of a K. Okay, pretty straightforward. And so you see, all these people like this, they're in a kind of Luciferian trance, and daddy's little girl, but you can see that she's a troublemaker and so on and so forth. If you look at that carefully compared to the Michael, the fake image of Michael I showed you earlier, you'd get it. And we also see over here, right, a lot of this comes from the English, okay? Northern European. Eugenics, Northern European, right? Francis Galton, the guy who coined the term eugenics, was a Northern European. And you see that, these guys are like privileged and arrogant, and they see the same arrogance expressed in George Washington. You see it also in Ben Affleck, and you see it in the guys in the 1920s and so on and so forth. Okay, and you see the commonalities here. That's Luciferianism and Satanism all kind of mixed together, and they often parade like they're angels of light or something, right? It's like this guy pretending, yes, I do it on behalf of Her Majesty, and I'm saving the day, and you get it. And of course, let's go over here real quick. We see it in Electric Dance, okay? There's a Luciferian, another variation of Lucifer up there. We'll get to him in a second. And you see here, okay, they throw in this kind of satanic symbol, another Electric Dance thing, right? See the commonalities? The frat chicks dancing, some kind of Luciferian dance, kind of Luciferian smirk. You say, how do you know it's a Luciferian smirk? Well, 3, 2, 1. Look at this carefully. Look at how it's similar to Lex Luthor. Now let's go over here and see the devil sleeping with the devil, and there we have that perverted Luciferian smirk that's so common in the fraternities and Freemasonry and so on and so forth. Thank you.